Annihilation of Caste by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Part 3. Let me take more recent facts. The tyranny practiced by the Hindus upon the Balais, an untouchable community in central India, will serve my purpose. You will find a report of this in the Times of India of 4th January 1928. The correspondent of the Times of India reported that high caste Hindus, viz. Kalotas, Rajputs, and Brahmins, including the Patels and Patwaris of the villages of Kanaria, Bicholi Hapsi, Bicholi Mardana, and about 15 other villages in Indore district of the Indore state, informed the Balais of their respective villages that if they wish to live among them, they must conform to the following rules. 1. Balais must not wear gold lace bordered pugris. 2. They must not wear dhotis with colored or fancy borders. 3. They must convey intimation of the death of any Hindu to relatives of the deceased, no matter how far these relatives may be living. 4. In all Hindu marriages, Balais must play music before the processions and during the marriage. 5. Balai women must not wear gold or silver ornaments. They must not wear fancy gowns or jackets. 6. Balai women must attend all cases of confinement of Hindu women. 7. Balais must render services without demanding remuneration and must accept whatever a Hindu is pleased to give. 8. If the Balais do not agree to abide by these terms, they must clear out of the villages. The Balais refused to comply, and the Hindu element proceeded against them. Balais were not allowed to get water from the village wells. They were not allowed to let their cattle graze. Balais were prohibited from passing through a land owned by a Hindu, so that if the field of a Balai was surrounded by fields owned by Hindus, the Balai could have no access to his own field. The Hindus also let their cattle graze down the fields of Balais. The Balais submitted petitions to the Darbar against these persecutions. But as they could not get no timely relief and the oppression continued, hundreds of Balais with their wives and children were obliged to abandon their homes, in which their ancestors had lived for generations, and to migrate to adjoining states, that is, to villages in Dhar, Divas, Bagli, Bhopal, Gwalior, and other states. What happened to them in their new homes may for the present be left out of our consideration. The incident at Kavita in Gujarat happened only last year. The Hindus of Kavita ordered the untouchables not to insist upon sending their children to the common village school maintained by the government. What sufferings the untouchables of Kavita had to undergo for daring to exercise a civic right against the wishes of the Hindus is too well known to need detailed description. Another instance occurred in the village of Zanu in the Ahmedabad district of Gujarat. In November 1935, some untouchable women of well-to-do families started fetching water in metal pots. The Hindus looked upon the use of metal pots by untouchables as an affront to their dignity and assaulted the untouchable women for their impudence. A most recent event is reported from the village of Chakwara in Jaipur state. It seems from the reports that they have appeared in the newspapers that an untouchable of Chakwara who had returned from a pilgrimage had arranged to give a dinner to his fellow untouchables of the village as an act of religious piety. The host desired to treat the guests to a sumptuous meal, and the items served included ghee, that is butter. But while the assembly of untouchables was enraged in the partaking of the food, the Hindus in their hundreds, armed with lathis, rushed to the scene, despoiled the food, and belabored the untouchables who left the food and ran for their lives. And why was this murderous assault committed on defenseless untouchables? The reason given is that the untouchable host was impudent enough to serve ghee, and his untouchable guests were foolish enough to taste it. Ghee is undoubtedly a luxury for the rich, but no one would think that consumption of ghee was a mark of high social status. The Hindus of Chakwara thought otherwise, and in righteous indignation avenged themselves for the wrong done to them by the untouchables, who insulted them by treating ghee as an item of their food, which they ought to have known could not be theirs. consistently with the dignity of the Hindus. This means that an untouchable must not use ghee even if he can afford to buy it, since it is an act of arrogance towards the Hindus. This happened on or about the 1st of April 1936.